My husband is a good man, but I don't love him like I used to. Welcome to another episode of Anonymous Stories with Oyinmix. A safe space conversation where we talk about real life issues people are going through, issues we can't tell on this platform. So please don't stop bringing in your stories. Don't stop bringing stories. Yes, as usual on this platform, come out live and we talk about it to hate so that people can give their honest opinion because there are lots of people going through the same issues and they don't know what to do. They are confused. But on our platform, bring it on and you know when we come together to talk about it, to share it, it lightens the burden and you know what to do because advice will be coming in. But above all, please be respectful with your advice. Be respectful in the comment section because this is someone that is actually going through a dilemma and we are here to put our through. We are women. It's not all about men, irrespective of your gender. Please keep the stories coming in so that on this platform, on live sessions like this, we'll talk about it and that burden is lifted and you just get your peace. You have your peace of mind. So our story today is my husband is a good man, but I don't love him like I used to. And these are real issues happening in homes. These are real issues happening in marriages. And you can't just tell no one. You can't even talk to your pastor about it. People are dying in silence. Please keep the stories coming in. Keep the anonymous coming in. You know what to do. You know how to get in touch with me. So please let the stories keep coming in because people are going through a lot in their homes, in their marriages, in their relationship, and there's no one out there to talk to. And they're dying in silence. Depression is real. So please let's be respectful in the comment section and let's deal with this. So I will, as usual, take a listen. So today's anonymous is actually from a woman who said something that many married people are afraid to say out loud, but she's actually bold to come out and let us know what is actually happening in her home. So please don't judge her. Don't judge her. Don't judge her. This could be a sister, it could be a niece, it could be a friend, it could be anybody. Don't judge her and say, well, it doesn't concern me, it's not my business. I'm not related to her, she's not my friend, she's not my colleague. No. There are lots of people going through the same issues and they are just not bold enough to speak up, to speak out. So please, as always, I'll need your honest opinion, your 2 cents, your advice for her. So she said, my husband has never cheated on me. He doesn't beat me. He provides for our children. He's actually a good man. But she says she doesn't feel married anymore. And now she's asking a very difficult question. Can you leave a good person simply because your heart no longer feels him? And let's read the story. Dear Onidamola, I've been married for 12 years. My husband is a good man. I know people may find it strange that I'm saying this while complaining about my marriage, but I need people to understand that he isn't a bad husband. He provides for the family. He takes care of our children. He doesn't drink. He doesn't cheat. As far as I know, he doesn't beat me. If I need something, he tries to provide it. So sometimes I feel guilty even admitting that I'm unhappy. The problem is that somewhere along the way, we stopped being husband and wife. We became parents. We became people who pay bills. We became people who discuss school fees, groceries, electricity, and the children's appointments. But we stopped being two people who actually enjoy each other, who actually care for each other. We hardly talk anymore. When he comes home, he eats, watches television, and goes to bed. I also have my own routine. Sometimes we spend an entire evening in the same room without having one meaningful conversation. At first, I tried to fix it. I suggested we go out together. He always said he was tired. He always said he always said he was tired. I suggested that we take a weekend away from home. He said it was too expensive. I tried talking to him about how I felt. He would say, but what exactly am I doing wrong? And honestly, I don't I didn't know how to answer him because he wasn't doing anything terrible. I just didn't feel connected to him anymore. Hmm. About 6 months ago, I stopped trying and he didn't even notice. That was what hurt the most. I could go through an entire week without him asking how I was really doing. Then one evening, sitting alone in the dark, I asked him what was wrong. He said nothing. I sat beside him. But for the first time in a long time, we actually talked. He told me he had been feeling lonely too. He had been feeling lonely too. He said he thought I had stopped loving him. I started crying because I realized something. We were both lonely in the same marriage. We had both been waiting for the other person to make the first move. I thought he didn't care. He thought I didn't care. I thought he didn't care. I thought he didn't care. He thought I didn't care. And neither of us was saying anything. We decided to try again. For a few weeks, things became better. We talked more, we started eating together more. We even started going for evening walks. But then I realized something I hadn't expected. Even though our marriage was becoming peaceful again, I still didn't feel the same way about him. I care about him. I respect him. I love him. I appreciate everything he has done for our family. But when he holds my hand, I don't feel anything. When he tells me he loves me, I say it back casually, but sometimes I actually don't feel it. And now I'm terrified. Because what if the problem isn't our marriage anymore? What if the problem is me? What if I have simply fallen out of love with my husband? We have children. We've built a life together. He's a good man. But I'm supposed to spend the rest of my life pretending I'm still emotionally connected when I'm not. As a husband or wife, please tell me what you think. What should she do? There's no longer connection. It's just not the same. She's just not feeling the old marriage stuff again. She's not feeling herself, even in the marriage. She's not feeling her husband. Everything is just dry. Like, you know, she's just confused right now. Like, it might actually not be the marriage. Marriage problems, we automatically look for a bad person. But here she's actually not a bad person. Here nobody's cheating, nobody's abusive, nobody's doing something terrible, doing something wrong, and yet the marriage still feels unhappy. A valid reason to be unhappy. Can you fall out of love with someone who has done nothing wrong? If the husband or wife is actually a good person, but you no longer feel emotionally connected, should you stay because of the children? Let's the conversation develop. Please send in your comments. I'd love to read your comments on this. She's also listening because at this point she's confused. She doesn't know what to do. Perhaps the problem is actually not a marriage. She feels that the problem is actually from her, about her. So, what's your take on this? What's your take on this? Let the comments keep rolling in. But there's one part of our marriage I want us to think about carefully. She said that they've been married for 12 years. Don't forget that they have children, and both of them admitted they have become lonely. So is she actually out of love, or has she simply been emotionally neglected for so long that her feelings have gone quiet? It could be she has she has simply been emotionally neglected for so long. And these are issues, these are real happenings in homes, in marriages, in relationships. Been neglected for so long that she's her feelings have actually gone quiet. Like she's not wondering, what am I doing here? What am I doing in this marriage? She feels lost. She feels empty. She feels lonely. The connection is no longer there because of neglect over the years, emotional neglect. One to getting too busy about the children, about your work, about this, about that, and between you and your husband or between you and your wife is no longer there, has been neglected. And this happens and it builds up after a very long period of time, and the marriage just looks dead and empty. So, what do you think? What advice will you give her? What will you tell her in this situation? What should she do? Should they seek counsel? It's exceptional. I'm having issues with my network. Okay, so emotional neglect should not be ignored. That is why it's good to talk about it. Communication. We can't overemphasize it. Communication. If two people together for years without talking, connecting, touching, laughing, praying, intentionally spending time together, eventually the relationship becomes empty. It becomes dry. It becomes boring. That is what happens. So I will encourage her not to, from my own perspective, I actually encourage her not to make a decision simply because she's feeling the feelings aren't there today. No, no, it can work again. She can actually try again. This is a marriage, it's a lifetime commitment. We have to be intentional about it. So I'll advise seek godly counsel. Godly marriage counseling will actually help. So don't wait for your spouse to say, I don't love you anymore before you realize something is actually wrong. Pay attention to little signs. Don't wait. Don't wait. Pay attention to little signs. The silence, the distance, the lack of affection, the lack of attention, small moments ignored. The fact that you stop asking each other how you are really doing. So I want to read your comments. What do you have for her? What do you have for her? What do you have for her before we close? We're rounding up now. What do you have for her? What do you have to tell her? What advice would you give her? For me, we should seek godly counsel, marriage counselor. Marriage counseling will work. So you can start from there and should be more intentional about making the marriage work. Talk more, love more, just do everything you can. Do everything you can. Because sometimes marriage doesn't need doesn't need a new person. It's just two people to become curious about each other. Ask your spouse questions you haven't asked in years. Sit together with your phones, without your phones. Sit together without your phones, because phones is a major distraction in homes, in marriages, in relationships. Do it with your phones. Talk, communicate, pay your bills, be free. Because sometimes love actually doesn't disappear. It's just buried under years of routine, responsibility, and silence. But if you are genuinely tried everything, don't make that decision alone in anger. Seek counsel, seek wisdom, seek God, which is the ultimate. Seek God, which is the ultimate. So I'd love to read your comments on this, please. Let the comments keep rolling in. Let's talk about it. So can you leave a good husband or wife simply because you've fallen out of love? Let's be respectful in our comments. May God give us wisdom to know when to fight for something, when to change something, and when to let something go. All right, that'll be all for now. Thank you. God bless you. Until next time, remain blessed, stay safe, and put God first. Bye for now.